Welcome back, everyone. It is Tuesday, July 22nd. The MLB, our two favorite picks are on the way. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in. As always, it is Austin, joined by Logan, recapping yesterday. A one-on-one day, better than what we had done the past few days, but still not a winning day, what we're looking for. 1-1 we can live with until we can hopefully go 2-0. But Carlos Rodon's under an out after a 7-pitch first inning. Stop kidding me. And then he barely made it through 5, through like 107 pitches. So we appreciate the Blue Jays. Marlins lost 2-1. Their pitching showed up, but the hitting 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, double plays, stuff like that. We just could not get it done. But 1-1 is not the worst thing in the world. Let's try to go 2-0 today, though. It is Dinger Tuesday, as a lot of you guys should know. So again, go down below, comment your favorite person at a home run. We're going to choose one random person that is correct. Give away $25. So again, go do that. Dinger Tuesday. We want to see your favorite plays. Go do that down below. But Logan, we're going to lead off with your favorite pick of the day. Then I'll get into mine. And boy, we could use some dingers in that game because we had a rare over. But Logan, where are we going for some runs today?
Yeah, I would love Dinger Tuesday to make an appearance in Queens. I'm taking the Angels and Mets over 9, -120 odds on BetMGM is your best value here. Now, we should hopefully see a lot of runs once again at Citi Field because yesterday we saw 12 runs, and I'd argue the pitching was better with Kodai Senga and Tyler Anderson. Now today we've got Kyle Hendricks and Frankie Montas. Those are two very fadeable pitchers in terms of an over, so I do like this bet a lot. Let's talk about Frankie Montas first, who starts for the Mets, 5.03 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. I mean, the fact that he's got a 5 ERA, I think that says a lot about Frankie Montas. He will hover around that 5 ERA range, especially because he can't pitch out of the stretch. With men on, Montas allowing a 321 batting average. That's not good, guys. I mean, if you're not being able to pitch comfortably out of the stretch, the Angels are a team right now that have a lot of base traffic. And hopefully they're able to reach with Montas and just kind of make him pitch out of stretch and very uncomfortable. So far, Montas has an expected ERA of 4.59, expecting batting average of 284. I mean, obviously a 5 ERA is kind of a harsh, metric, but his expected numbers keep him hovering around that area. So he's given up a lot of hits. Frankie Montas doesn't miss a whole lot of bats. And as a pitcher, when you don't miss bats consistently, I just think this is a really bad matchup for him because the Angels offense right now is currently a buzzsaw. I would know because I took a first 5 under and they happened to score 8 runs in that game. Since the All-Star break, the Angels offense has been red hot. 5, 8, 5, and 6 runs in those 4 games since the All-Star break. So they've just been really, really, generating the runs. And that's kind of why I want to go with this over. It's because I don't really see Frankie Montas being able to step in front of this buzzsaw and necessarily, stop this Angels offense. During that span, the Angels are hitting 297 as a team. So they're almost hitting 300, post All-Star break. I really think this is a great matchup, for that Angels offense to tee off on Frankie Montas. Again, a guy that doesn't miss bats consistently. I think they get to him. And then on the other side, it's going to be Kyle Hendricks starting for the Angels, 4.88 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. As a non-strikeout specialist, the Mets should hopefully pick up Hendricks' changeup and sinker combination. Those are what he throws primarily. He just kind of plays each of those pitches off of each other. He's not necessarily the hardest pitcher in the world to pick up. When he's on, he's just getting those soft contact ground ball outs, and the Mets would be poverty if that's what they give us tonight. Hopefully that's not the case, though, because if you're able to elevate his pitches, especially if the changeup is not down in the zone, right? If it just kind of hangs there, that's a very easy pitch for hitters to hit. And that's kind of where we've seen Kyle Hendricks get in trouble, especially because he's not really a strikeout guy. This is Hendricks' first start since July 9th as well, where he gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned. So again, they just kind of throw him out there, just to eat innings. But again, this Mets offense, I think, is in prime position to hit him today. This month, the Mets are much better at home, and I say much better because that's a kind of. They haven't been great in July, but they're hitting 238 at home this month versus 218 on the road. So they haven't been a great offense on the road at all. So at Citi Field, I trust them to show up today, especially against Kyle Hendricks. This is a guy they need to be able to tag. They strung together hits yesterday. Hopefully they can do it once again today. And then we can talk about the bullpens because we're going to need some runs there for sure. In July, the Mets are 19th in bullpen ERA at a 4.63, and the Angels are 22nd in bullpen ERA at a 5.02. So, guys, all the boxes are checked here. We got, 2 offenses showed up yesterday. Hopefully they can show up once again. Got 2 bad starting pitchers, and we got 2 bullpens that just, haven't looked all that well. I think we see runs in this game. Bring the bats today, guys. Do not leave me hanging. Love that as my favorite pick of the day. But Austin, what are you rolling with today?
Yeah, Logan, I love the pick. I have a pitcher prop parlayed with a juice reducer, if you will, because the pitcher prop I really like is about minus 150. And while I do sometimes lay that juice, I really don't want to do that with only 2 picks on the card, because even if that cash, we're still going to be down, a good amount of units. So instead, I will go with this 2-leg parlay. And you can find your favorite juice reducer. You could use our strikeout sheet if you're in the dub club. You pick one of those guys as well. But I'll go with this one. Let's talk with these 2 legs. Now I'll talk about Max Scherzer, who I like over 1.5 earned runs. That's the prop that is about minus 150 on DraftKings. I did parlay it together with the Cardinals and Rockies, both to score 1 in the first 7. I could go to the first 5 for that, but I'd rather get at least the 6th and 7th. Maybe that's what we need to score a run. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully they get it done early. But I do like to go with the first 7 because I really don't want to lose on that juice reducer at both 1+ first. But to talk about that before getting to Scherzer, who's, the meat and potatoes, if you will, we talked about Bradley Blaylock. He has absolutely sucked at home in Coors Field. I think his last start was 12 earned runs. That's terrible. And then Eric Fetty will start for the Cardinals. He's been terrible. Not a lot of whiffs, which is how you get out the Rockies. You got to get those swing and miss, and Eric Fetty really doesn't get a lot of those. So I could see the Rockies easily tagging him one of his pitches for a home run. Same thing for the Cardinals in terms of hitting Blaylock. I trust both those 2 offenses. Great weather. I think we're plus 22% runs, plus 17% home runs. I expect runs there. Now let's talk about Scherzer, who I also expect to give up some runs. Now, Max Scherzer has only made 5 starts this year. It's worth noting he's given runs or more in all 5. He has not pitched, I think, since July 11th. So he will come in here with a rested arm. But again, sometimes a rested arm for a veteran doesn't necessarily yield great results. We've seen that with other guys coming out of the break, just not having their A game. And that could be the case again today with Scherzer. Now, he did already pitch against the Yankees once. It was on June 30th. Gave up 2 earned runs. Actually pitched really well. Didn't walk a single batter. Only gave up 3 hits, but one of them was a home run. That's kind of been a theme for Scherzer this year. If you look at his stats, he has not been great at inducing the ground balls. He is in bottom 5th percentile, basically, in ground ball percentage. He's 10th percentile in barrel percentage. So again, if he's not in the swing and miss, which is, I don't know how many years old. If he's not getting those, which can be hard at his age, you're going to be looking at some hard hit balls. That's kind of what the Yankees did to him in his first start. They only had 3 hits. They had 7 strikeouts. They weren't able to get those. But when they hit the ball, it was pretty hard. They had 3 or 4 100+ exit velos that ended up being outs, but had like 500 expected batting averages or higher. So I expect them to get to him. We've talked with the Yankees before. They're a top 5 offense versus right-handed pitchers this month and on the full season. They make guys work. They don't strike out a ton, but they did strike out 7 times to Scherzer in his first start. Struck out 8 times yesterday to Gausman. I expect their offense to show up. And you look at their first 5 team total, it's at 2.5. So again, we don't even need them to cash that. To cash Scherzer's over 1.5 earned runs, I don't expect them to just take Scherzer out early. Still think they're going to want 5 innings from him unless he's not pitching well. And as I said, the Yankees have been a great offense for right-handed pitchers. You look at since really June 22nd or June 17th was the last time back-to-back righties went and cooked the Yankees. And that's what you were asking from Scherzer here today. Back-to-back righties, because Gausman went under 1.5 earned runs yesterday. But 18 of the last 22 righties to face the Yankees have at least given up 2 earned runs. I don't honestly mind his 3+, but I don't know if he's going to last long enough to maybe give up 3. But I think he easily gives up 2 early in this. I think the Yankees tag him, whether it's a single and a home run or maybe just a couple hits to get 2 earned runs off of him. I trust them there. So I really like this parlay. Like I said, I only want one individual play. It would be Scherzer's over 1.5 earned runs, but I really don't want to take that at just minus 150. And likely, as I post the pick, going to be climbing up to closer to minus 170 or something like that. Really don't want to do this. Find your favorite juice reducer. Mine was the Cardinals and Rockies. First 5 are both to score 1 in the first 7. I like the first 5 over there, but that's 6.5. So if that's going to cash, I'm pretty sure both teams have at least have scored. So I'd rather just go there. Like I said, I really don't want to lose on a juice reducer. So I try to find my favorite one, even if it doesn't necessarily take us from minus 150 to rather at least reduce the juice a little bit and try to cash that play. So those are our 2 plays. To recap them, my little 2-leg parlay. Logan's over in the Angels and Mets game. Those are our 2 plays. Let's try to go 2-0. Certainly due for a little bit of a hot streak after a cold start from the All-Star break. Let's heat up today and go 2-0. A reminder, comment your favorite person at home run today. We will choose one random person and give you away $25. Don't just give us the Aaron Judge, the Shohei Ohtani, Eugenio Suarez. Give us someone deep in the bag. We like to find some people that maybe call out some guys that you wouldn't really expect at homer, and they end up getting one. Just find some good matchups out there, and we will pick one random person that is correct. Sometimes it's hard to sift through 700 judges. So go through, find your favorite player. I don't know. You do whatever you want. Either way, those are our 2 picks. Let's go 2-0, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow, recapping our 2-0, hopefully day, and recapping who won our Dinger Tuesday giveaway. So make sure you come back to tomorrow's video to find out if you guys won. Either way, we're out of here. We'll see you guys back tomorrow. Peace.